Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Don't fall behind on your home improvement projects. First Federal of Greene County's home improvement loans can help. Planning to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? Considering an addition, patio, or new roof? First Federal offers FHA Title I home improvement loans, home equity loans, construction loans, and owner-builder loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Chris Parker Jr., October is the month for tricks or treats.
No tricks here at Autoland Hyundai. It's all treats. Everyone who purchases a new Hyundai is treated to America's best warranty. Plus, sweet deals on our selection of remaining new 25, all with amazing incentives. Plus, 0% financing is back.
I'm listening.
The deals are sweet with 0% financing for 60 months on new 2025 Tucson all-wheel drive. And there's the 25 Santa Fe third-row SUV with 1.99% financing for 60 months or up to $4,500 bonus cash.
Payments are always important. How about a lease?
For economy and fuel efficiency, lease a remaining 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $199 per month. Just see us for details.
And every new Hyundai purchase includes Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection, and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlows is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
I'll tell you what, folks, I just sat down with my budget worksheet, pencil, paper, and a calculator. And you know what? I cut my expenditures by 15.1%. That's real savings, and I froze my salary, saving the taxpayers over $1,800. I'm doing this to try to save money for the residents of Fayette County because the commissioners have raised your taxes 78.2% in just 6 years. That's not right. On November 4th, 2025, vote for me, John Marietta, for Recorder of Deeds. Let's keep fighting for fiscal sanity and protect your hard-earned money.
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of John Marietta and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Fayette County Recorder of Deeds Office or Fayette County government. This program is privately produced and funded, and no county resources are used for its production or promotion.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I was trucking up the highway, minding my own lane, with some dude in a Prius went and flipped me off. Guess my redneck hit him wrong. Seems like everyone these days is a ticking time bomb full of hate for folks like me who don't agree and ain't ever gonna change. And it gets me thinking, leave this long-haired country boy.
Hey everybody, this is John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly, and today's show is being brought to you by Mauser's Garage and Tire Center, Monk's Auto Body, Fayette County Recovery Storage in U-Haul, Premier Auto Glass, JB Market in Dunbar, Gunslingers in Connellsville, Tactical Civics, Auto Ordnance, Thundering Hills Feed and Supply, and guess what? We're going to have Christmas trees, fresh Christmas trees at Thundering Hills Feed and Supply. We're going to start taking orders any day now. The Ink Spot, Fayette County MAGA Patriots Group, Fayette Structures, Highline Motorsports. Go see Greg if you want to sit on something that goes fast. Solid Foundation Ministries, New Life Free Methodist Church, Gun Owners of America, Hillbilly Jon Radio, John Marietta for We the People, and Powerline Speedway. Hey, I want to thank everybody that came out yesterday. It was a wonderful day, and I appreciate everything we had. We didn't have a lot in number, but we had a lot of good food, and I know that I got several calls that people just didn't get where they needed to be, and the weather was kind of acting kind of funny, and so they kind of thought we were outside, and we weren't. But we'll get through that, and we'll have another. We're already got another one planned, another prayer service planned. So we'll keep on moving forward. So let's get started. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's Isaiah 54:17. Folks, I'll tell you what. Every time we start shining a light on truth, the radical left stumbles to pull the plug. And now they're at it again. Over the weekend, we got word that somebody way up in Harrisburg leaned on PennDOT and county crews to pull every sign from the intersections, highways, and byways of all across Fayette County. Not because they were in the way, but because they can't beat us in the arena of ideas. They can't debate our record of accountability, transparency, and faith. So what do? They try to erase us, literally, from the roadside. But I've got news for them. When the government starts fearing campaign signs, it's not the signs they fear, it's you. They fear the farmer who still believes in freedom. They fear the veteran who still stands for his flag. They fear the working man the working mom balancing 3 jobs and still finding time to bow her head in prayer. They fear the steel worker, the coal miner, the people who built this county brick by brick, because they know that when Fayette County stands up, the establishment shakes. And folks, this isn't the first stunt. You remember they tried to weaponize the Attorney General's office against me. They threw everything they had, false accusations, twisted words, made up nonsense, hoping something would stick. And what happened? The facts came out. The case fell apart. The truth won. Because the truth doesn't need to hide behind spin. It stands tall all by itself. But the radical left never learns. When one attack fails, they move on to the next. And now they've gone after something that's not even political, something that should have been untouchable. They're trying to cancel a concert, a benefit concert for veterans, for families, and for the legacy of a man of God, Charlie Kirk. You heard that right. The same folks who preach tolerance sent emails to Lee Greenwood's management team, to the State Theater, trying to shut it down. And one of the leaders of the Democrat women of Fayette County thought her husband even compared Charlie Kirk, a man of God, to a Nazi. That's not politics, it's evil. Fayette County, Charlie Kirk was a man who carried his Bible into college campuses. He fought to keep young Americans connected to faith and country. You don't compare that man to evil. You don't mock a man who dies serving the Lord and call yourself compassionate. That's what this modern uniparty machine has become. A group so obsessed with control that they've traded compassion for cruelty and truth for tantrums. These people will do anything to silence faith, freedom, and the folks who still believe in both. But they didn't count on one thing. Fayette County doesn't back down. I talked to the show organizers myself, and they told me something that'll make you proud to call Fayette County home. They said, John, we're going to make sure this happens no matter what. That came from Lee Greenwood's people and from the organizers. Butts will be in those seats, and Turning Point USA and the Pennsylvania Veterans Farming Network will get their donation, no matter what. Now, that's my friend. Now that, my friends, is faith in action. That's what integrity looks like. That's what Fayette County grit looks like. Because while the radicals destroy, we build. While they curse, we pray. While they hate, we serve. And when they run from the fire, we walk straight through it. Because our faith is stronger than their fury. It's not just about this concert. It's about protecting our community from the kind of chaos we've seen spread across America, the United States of America. Let me give you the facts. A 2023 academic study found that protests where Antifa was involved were far more likely to spiral out of control. Property damage jumped from 4% to 27%. Police injuries rose from 2% to 14%, and arrests quadrupled. The congressional record from May 2021 lists the damages. Minneapolis. Now think about this. Minneapolis, $55 million in destruction. Small businesses, churches, entire blocks gone. Denver, $5.5 million in damages. Portland, $2.3 million, including attempts to burn government buildings. Nationwide insurance experts said the riots cost between $1 and $2 billion. The most expensive civil unrest in American history. And now some of these agitators have the nerve to say that all Americans are anti-fascist, trying to wrap destruction in the flag of patriotism. Well, not here, not in Fayette County. Patriotism doesn't mean breaking windows. It means building a better community. Patriotism doesn't mean burning flags. It means defending what the flag stands for. Fayette County isn't Portland. It isn't Seattle. And it sure isn't going to be. We're a county of coal and courage, faith and family, church bells and hard hats. We don't destroy our town. We prove a point. We fix it. We farm it. And we fight for it. And if the radical left of Fayette County wants to brag that they are Antifa and think they can bring the lawlessness here, one more time, lawlessness here, they're going to find out real quick. We stand behind our law enforcement, our veterans, and the Constitution. So, to the radicals in Fayette and Harrisburg, the sign pullers, the smear merchants, the ones trying to cancel veterans and Christians, hear me loud and clear. You can't cancel the truth. You can't pull our signs. You can pull our signs, but you'll never pull our spirit. You can't threaten our events. But you'll never silence our faith. You can try to bully Fayette County, but we don't kneel. We stand. And to the Joe Biden of Fayette County, tax him from Florida Vacides, and Matt Nobody Lancaster, we're going to try to run this. They're trying to run the same old backroom circus for years. Let me remind you, one last time, it's Mr. Hillbilly to you, because this movement isn't about a man. It's about we the people. And this November, the same folks they tried to silence are going to speak louder than ever. Fayette County's awake. We're done being pushed around. I will be standing here just like Charlie Kirk with a Bible and a Constitution in my hand and preaching the good word. Okay. I think I've said all I needed to say for a day or so, but I wanted to make sure everybody understood. The directive came from somebody in Harrisburg to take down all these political signs, and of course, I was the one that probably they're trying to hurt me the worst because my opponent only had 6 signs out anyways. So. But anyways, we're going to keep moving forward with everything we got, with everything I got, and I will be standing here. And the people that want to, like I said, the people that want to talk about me and they want to try to smear me, guess what? Spell it right. It's capital Hill, Billy. And make sure you understand that. And as far as some of these people, they gotta step down. They gotta step back, because I'm not backing down. I'm moving right towards the fire. So, anyways, I got Larry with me today. I got Larry Doherty with me today. Larry raises hogs. He's part of the PA Veterans Farmers, and it's the farmer. Go ahead. You can.
It's the PA Veteran Farming Network that's going to be a recipient of some of the proceeds that you guys are doing for the concert. And I'd just like to mention this, is that whenever I came back in 2004 for R&R, me and my family stopped in Uniontown at the Route 40 McDonald's. And, of course, I was still in uniform because I was fresh off the plane. And everybody in Fayette County that was there shook my hand. I thought I was,
Elvis.
Yeah. and it was a great feeling. And I told my wife and I told my boy at the time, he was 4 years old, I said, this is home. This is, we're back home. And, the things that I've been seeing on Facebook and things like that, running down this concert, that's disrespectful to the veterans of America. I would be honest with you. I said, I'm ashamed. We went from supporting the veterans and loving the veterans and it doesn't matter, John, who puts on this concert. It's for great causes. It doesn't matter what party, what person, what individual, whatever. If you're not standing up and helping veterans, you're hurting us. I'm telling you right now, you are really hurting us. The PA Veteran Farming Project lost a good bit of revenue as far as grants and things like that, and subsidies from the USDA and things like that, aimed at the shutdown and a few other things and stuff. And, we need the support of the American people. In Fayette County, we need you. We need you to stand up. We need you to say, hey, listen, we support you. Don't do it with just words. Do it with actions. Because, as an old movie, and I refer to this as an old movie, Rambo once said, we don't want anything. We want our country to love us as much as we love our country. And that goes for the people of Fayette County. We want to feel your love. And in doing so, you're helping a great cause. You're helping the Charlie Kirk Foundation and Lee Greenwood. And just compound on that, the first mission that I did over in Iraq, we played God Bless America. And also also the Lee Greenwood one as well, and that fired us up. I mean, because we're proud to be an American, and we absolutely love that song, and that was one of the first missions that I ever did over in Iraq, and it fired me up for the whole 18 months that I was over there. So it's actually a great honor to be able to attend a Lee Greenwood concert after all these years. And folks, I'm asking you, just step up, put your political and your personal feelings aside and fill those seats.
Well, we got several things going on here in the last day or so. We know that Lee Greenwood's people are taking I don't know how many seats. They're bringing they have fan base here, so they're putting people in seats. They're going to work. I guess they're got to get them all taken care of tomorrow. The other thing is we have several people donating to the veterans. I told you this on Saturday. And if there's veterans that want to come to the concert, to let us know. We have several tickets that are going to be donated to veterans. We don't know exactly what the total number is. We're waiting on a couple people to finish. Let us know what the total cost will be. So that's where we're at with or what they're going to donate towards everything. It sounds like it's a significant number. So I guess we'll have to work for the last couple of days to get the rest of these seats filled. But it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. I wasn't expecting, and actually, the small part I have in this is just helping them promote it, and that's where I'm at. And I think we forget about our veterans too often. We don't put them to the forefront, and they need to be. They need to be. There's no veteran should go without some food. Or a good place to sleep, or a home, and proper health care. I mean, I've said that over and over and over. Maybe health care should be the number one thing we do for veterans. I mean, but you think about all the things we do for all these people in the country, and we worry about everybody. We worry about people coming in across the border and taking care of them, and we don't pay attention enough to our veterans.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I know whenever I came home from Iraq, I was down to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and they told us, they said, don't mention any injuries that you have, just go home and see your local VA. And yeah, I mean, since the turnaround with the Trump administration the first time, the VA has been really good. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I mean, they've treated my injuries. They've went above and beyond on a lot of things, and so it's slowly getting better. It's just that we need more advocates to push things through, and more people to hear about it. And that's the biggest problem. People don't hear enough about the good things about the VA or the bad things about the VA. And again, we live in Fayette County, so you either travel to Clarksburg or you travel to Pittsburgh, and that takes a tax and toll on family members and as well as the veterans themselves too. So.
Well, Pittsburgh's an hour, Clarksburg's an hour.
Yeah.
So I mean, what hospital is there? There's a VA hospital in Clarksburg.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's I go there quite often. I forget the address or whatever, but it's right inside Clarksburg.
Yeah.
But it takes, like you said, about an hour, maybe a little over an hour, depending on traffic, just to get there, and just for basic things. And of course, a lot of things like trauma and things like that, they send them down to Pittsburgh, and again, that's. Depending on what hospital, that's an hour and a half away. So.
Well, the worst part about your drive is getting to 119 or getting to 43 or getting to I don't know. Clarksburg, you could go either way. But getting to 68,
yeah,
so that's the worst part of your drive, no matter. And then the same way if you're going north, 43, if you're take 43 or going 51 or however you want to go. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm just appalled about a lot of things when it comes to the veterans. I think that we don't take care of them properly. I really don't. I think we've let that go. I think the president we have right now is trying to fix them things. And I'm not a veteran. My brother was, and I know. And he was being treated. For when he passed away, he was being treated for they don't know what they got into over there when they were in Kuwait and the first Gulf War. They didn't know what these guys got into because of the poisons and things. Yep. They were mixing this stuff up pretty much in bathtubs on the run, and then they would spray it like I guess they would put bombs off and it would just be in the air. And the whole group of guys that he served with, they all were all affected. And then they also they were lighting up all the oil rigs.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you don't know what you're going to get. Nobody knows what the effects of that is for sure, because all the the paraffin and all the bad things that are in the oil that are burning, and you're in that haze all the time.
Well, even over in Iraq, we experienced a lot of oil-filled fires, and we went through them. And one of the basic things is called scorched lung. There's a medical term to it or whatever, but basically the heat is so intense that it scorches your lungs is what it does. And I've got breathing problems from it. I do inhalers a couple times a day and things like that. Fortunately, I'm still good, but who knows down the road. And it's not what you see that will kill you; it's what you don't see will kill you. And unfortunately, they're coming back with the burn pits from Iraq and things like that too, and that's on the same basis right there as well. So, it's being a combat vet, you never end a fight. you're either fighting for your life or you're fighting for your life at home. So,
well, and one of the biggest things that I feel for you all is there's a way we can do this. I don't know how we'll do it, how it needs to be done. I'm not sure the approach we need to make on it, but if you serve for the country, you shouldn't be paying taxes.
Well, actually, if you're 100%, I don't pay taxes on my property.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of, but you have to go through an appeal process, right? Or you have to go through a process to get it.
Yeah, you got to go through a process, and you actually have to be 100% disabled in order to get it. And that's been a blessing for me and my family, especially with the tax raises that we've experienced over the past few years as well. And actually, the Fayette County Veterans Affairs Office is great. I mean, they work with me all the time. I get things from, down in Fort Gap, Indiana, is where the headquarters are, and they send everything back. We basically just get the paperwork, we fill it out, we sign it, and then we take it down to the Fayette County Veterans Affairs Office, and they mail it off, and we're done with that. So
I know. Brian was easy. Brian, I don't know the new gentleman very well, but Brian, when he was there, he was easy to work with. He was a Marine, but he would stop in my office several times a year and talk to me, and we would try to work out as much as we possibly could with things, and like I said, we had we did a spaghetti dinner at one of the churches for the there's a veterans a women's shelter.
Oh, okay, yep.
And that they had just opened not too long ago. And if you ever want to do anything, I tell you what, they're always looking for help over there, financial and I imagine probably foodstuffs and things like that. They would probably welcome. I don't have a contact for that, but I will make sure I get that.
Okay.
I will make sure.
Right.
I will make sure I get that. And I think that's I have Daryl Smith. He was in Vietnam, and he's always a good guy, and I know he's always trying to work with the different things and do things. I think the gentleman's name is that's in charge of that home over there. It might be Metros.
Okay.
His last name, I think, and I think he's always. I think they got a house and they got some money, and they were able to do that. So, but anyways, I guess is there anything else you want to talk about the PA Veterans Farmers thing?
Well, the PA Veteran Farming Network, a lot of people don't understand. I'm sure some folks have Googled it after the promotions and everything like that. And we actually go out and we help veterans that are wanting to go farm, and then also help them get a start. There's no purchase in the land or anything like that, but it's for equipment, it's for seed stock, things that they may need to kind of put them up over that hump. Years ago, we did a hog raffle, and we were able to raise, I think, $500-600, and I was able to donate all that in order to for one of the first grants, and it helped a Marine vet to be able to buy a milking machine for his goats, and it's little things like that these guys aren't asking for a handout; they're asking for a hand up. And I can't, express enough that these guys deserve it. I'm a veteran farmer and stuff, and I try my best to mentor people and help them as far as to find different avenues and things like that. But as far as financially goes and things like that, and it's not just Fayette County. It was brought to my attention on Facebook that there's only 3 farms in Fayette County. Well, that's not PA Veteran Farmer Network's fault. I mean, it's just how it is. But we have a conference once a year, usually in February, down by Chambersburg, Lancaster area, things like that. And we all, it's a big get together. It's a educational thing. And it's a network, and that's why it's called PA Veteran Farming Network, because we're able to network with people and bounce off ideas and help other folks that are starting to get into it. So, and I'm a big advocate for veterans and for veteran farmers, and it's farmers as well too. So, I mean, it's a passion of mine, and it's just, folks need to realize that, especially with this concert, it's going to a great cause. Both causes are great, and you will see what the money's spent on, as far as not directly but indirectly. That these folks, they work hard, they sacrifice their family sacrifice to be a soldier, Marine, Navy, whatever, and they deserve a help up. It's not a handout. Too many times we give handouts to people that are less deserving, but we're PA Veteran Farmer Project is a hand up for these veterans to be able to continue farming. Rather it's a small piece of equipment, whatever it may be. We try to help them out as much as possible, and that's why we really need to fill the seats with the Lee Greenwood concert.
I think it. We started out, I don't know, back in I guess sometime in July, man, you started talking about different things, and I think I had you on the radio. Maybe it was even Labor. No, it wasn't Labor Day. I forget what day it was. I had you on the radio first. Maybe it was, I think it was Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
I think it was Memorial Day, and I think that we need to keep moving forward with all this.
Absolutely.
And as much as we can. I can see this being a big event. Maybe the biggest event that's happened at the State Theater in Uniontown in years. And I know that. This is going to happen, and I know, and no matter what they try to do, we're the people that are involved in this and promoting it. I know they're going to make this happen, and we'll take care of it. It'll be taken care of. So now I guess I gotta go to a couple other things here. Larry and I were at the fairgrounds on Saturday, yep. And It was a good day. It was. Larry was cooking, of course. Hey, I don't know. Do you ever not cook?
I don't think so.
You go out to eat? Do you go out to dinner?
Oh yeah, because I don't want to cook.
But anyways, he was out there cooking for the 4-H kids, and it was a wonderful event. And I know there's a lot of stress around all that event that happened on Monday or Saturday out there because there was poultry, and of course there was ducks, there was chickens, there was ducks, there was geese. I didn't know if I seen any guineas out there.
No, actually, it wasn't any this year.
But there was chickens from almost every exotic place in the world. Yep. there, and it was really neat. It was really neat. There was ducks. There was all kinds of different kinds of ducks, and there were several kinds of geese. And did I see some swans? I thought I seen some swans down in the other barn.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Something with a real long neck. I don't know, but it was something that might have been a particular kind of geese.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was. I seen that. I seen them, and of course there was a rabbit show, which my granddaughter participated in, and I was. I'm real pleased with what she did. She had for her age group. Now I don't know exactly how this all works. For sure, but there was different age groups, and in her age group, she got grand champion. I believe meat rabbit. I think I have that right. I'll probably I don't know. Well, I say rabbit or bunny. I forget. Depends on who I'm around. But our rabbits, they're just all fluffy and furry, and they bounce around, and they take them, put them in the front yard, and they got a fence that they watch them, and kids thinks it's real neat. I don't know how many we have right now. Maybe. I have no idea, but we got to. There's probably 30 or 40 of them at the house, I guess. But I can tell when there's more because I have to carry a bag of feed down to the
a lot more
more often. But what I seen out there on Saturday, and I will tell you, the lady from Thundering Hills Feed and Supply was out there, and like I did mention already, that they're going to be taking Christmas tree orders and for fresh cut Christmas trees, and they cut them themselves, which is something that's kind of neat. But and she was selling feed. I know she sold one pallet of feed before I got there, and I got there around 10 o'clock or 10:30, and she was bringing a second pallet, and I bought some feed off of them, but. It was real neat to see these kids out there doing these things. And then there was adults too that brought different, because they don't bring poultry to the fair. A lot of people don't know that there hasn't been poultry at the fair for years.
It's the AI thing.
Yeah.
Actually, the show that was put on, it's the Uniontown Poultry Association that puts it on, and unfortunately, I was voluntold as a vice president, so I guess I can never retire. But yeah, we do a lot with the 4-H kids. Actually, Steve Stanish, Ed Stanish, and myself actually helped start the Birds and Bunnies 4-H group. And I've since moved on because my workload's just so busy. But and they've got 4-H kids that are or 4-H leaders that's come in since then to replace us, which has been a godsend. And the 4-H kids help us out, and they learn a lot more about what goes on behind the scenes of a show and also during the show. We've had a lot of the 4-H kids clerking and things like that, and just helping set cages up and just being a participant. And this is the future of our backbone.
It's the future of everything.
Yeah.
These children, these young adults or children right now, they're the ones that's going to be grow and be able to and go to college and learn how to do do things. I maybe not they don't learn some good things at college, but hopefully they'll learn to be engineers and nurses and doctors and things like that. We don't need no more political endeavors with it. But anyways, make a long story short, these are the people that are going to lead us or have to take care of us, because we're at the age now where the next generation is going to have to start taking over. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, I always intended on working until I was 72, but I don't know if I'll do that or not. But I've always intended on working until I was 72. So my wife, she likes to go places and see different things, and so I guess that's where we're at. But with the back to the 4-H program, I really enjoy seeing this. It's not overly exciting, and there's not a lot of noise. But Ed Stanish was out there, and so was Steve, and they're always busy taking care of things.
Yep.
And Ed sit down and talk to me for a little bit about several different things, and it's a good thing for these kids and these young adults. They need to. It teaches them responsibilities.
Yep, sure does.
I mean, if it's a rabbit, or if it's rabbits or hogs, or if it's if you can afford to raise steers for the fair, yeah. I mean, it teaches them a responsibility. I mean, if you don't go out and feed it every day and you don't take care of it, and I know that my granddaughter comes down almost every day of the week, and they clean the rabbit pen out. And it's a building. It's they call it the rabbit barn, but they take time to clean it out every day, and because rabbits like to eat, and then of course they make lots of fertilizer too.
Yep.
We're going to try to get some hogs here next year sometime. I was asking Larry about different things about that too. But the kids enjoy animals, and we live in the country enough that it's a good thing. And I like to see them do good with them. Of course, everybody can't win.
Exactly. Yeah. But it also teaches them that everybody can't win. And no matter how hard you try, you still have. And I'm actually a judge for rabbits, and I do showmanship as well for the rabbit side and everything. And I always tell kids, because it's never anything negative, because you never want to say anything negative to a child. As far as, because you don't want to diminish what they're trying to do and what they're learning, and that's one of the biggest things. Whenever I was growing up, the judges would say, "Well, your rabbit didn't do this or whatever, for whatever reason," and it was never an uplifting experience. And whenever I became a judge, I thought to myself, you need to uplift these kids to make them continue to be committed to what they're doing. and that's the biggest thing. And if you don't, if the parents don't support you, the community doesn't support you, the shows doesn't support you, these kids are going to get out. They're going to fall to the wayside. And there's a lot of good kids. There was an 18-year-old young girl that was up at the show, and she was showing, and she's going to college, and she's going to minor in I think it's poultry. And she said that for room and board, she's going to live in a poultry barn. They have like a little setup where you can live in a poultry barn, and she's going to take care of the animals. That's an individual that's going to go far because they have the drive. And I firmly believe that if kids are involved in something, whether it's sports or anything, farming, whatever, if you have the drive, you're going to succeed no matter what. And that's what we have to do, continue doing.
I was really impressed with that on Saturday. I think they do that. I think they'd have one. They have one in the spring too.
We used to, but it's ever since COVID, it's got so small that we don't have the funding for it. So it's all we can do to put the show on. And a lot of the volunteers have gotten older. Ed is in his 70s. Steve is in his 60s. I'm in my 50. So, I mean, we're slowly getting older. And the other gentleman, he's in his 60s too. So, we were the young people back then, and I'm the youngest of them all, and it's still it's still trying. So we try to get as much volunteers as we can, but normally it's only 4 of us that set all those cages that you've seen up there, and then it's mainly all 4 of us that just tear them down and put them away and clean them up. So we're hoping to continue doing it. We're hoping to get younger volunteers to help us and things like that. It'd be kind of nice to kind of stand and point for a while and say this needs to go here or there, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know. Steve's always busy, and I really appreciate him, and I appreciate Ed. I did ask Ed, and he said to me, I asked him how many chickens he had, and he said, I don't think he has a count on them right now because he told me, he said too many. So, but anyways, he asked me how many I had, and I said I got about a dozen and a half, or I don't know exactly what I have either, maybe 20. But I had 500 laying hens at one time. Yeah, we kept 500 laying hens, and we had the day after the 2020 election, actually the morning after the election, they burned. Somebody burned down. Somebody burned my. I lost 4 buildings. I lost a brooder. I lost a brooder that had chickens were getting ready to go out. I had a pasture. I had pasture hens, and of course they had places to lay eggs. I mean, they came in and laid eggs, and they roosted at night, different places. Most of them was inside at night, but what happened was the doors were shut on the brooder because they weren't quite ready to go out on the grass, and I had 3 different levels of chickens. I had everything from peeps there to like chickens that were about 3 weeks or 4 weeks old, chickens that were getting, and then I had 150. I had 150 Aracanas that was getting ready to go out on pasture, and we woke up to the fire, and we know that it was set, but that was as far as we ever got.
And you never come back from it. I mean,
I'm done. I was done. Like I said, I decided at that time Giant Eagle was taking I don't know how many dozen eggs off of me a week, and we were selling blue eggs and brown eggs at Giant Eagle, and then we didn't have no trouble at all doing that. And then Shop and Save, I got back up to about 250, and then Shop and Save was taking them off of me, but then we just kind of let them dwindle down until we got to where we're at now, and we got enough eggs to eat and take care of a couple of good people. I am planning on raising some. We raise turkeys too.
Oh, okay.
I raise turkeys for meat, and I am planning on raising turkeys next year. I don't know exactly how many I'm gonna put on the ground yet, but I really enjoy doing that, and the kids don't mind until the turkeys get real big, and then they get a little bit. They can be aggressive.
Yeah.
They can be, and you have to watch because their goal in life is to eat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's just like when we raised hogs. I mean, the hogs, their goal in life is to make sure they eat.
Yeah.
And we pasture raised hogs before. I know my father-in-law did. And they actually turned them loose. They went down and they would go down in the hollow and come back every night. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that hogs will do that.
And they're smart. I mean, I knew one time whenever the UPS guy came up on our road, and there was probably about 8 little piglets that was running down there. My wife looked down. She said, your pigs are loose. And they were probably, about 6 weeks old. So I hollered at them. They all ran right up the road, right in the barn, and acted like they didn't get out. And, I mean, and the thing is hogs are smart. Once they get out one time, they'll know how to get back in. All you have to do is just sit there and wait for them to get back in, and they'll show you exactly where they got back in at.
Well, yeah. I always enjoyed raising hogs. One of the things that I never forgot about raising hogs, we'd put a strand of electric up about 16 inches off the ground.
Yep.
Just about. And I'm gonna tell you what, once they was in that electric fence, and this is fact. Once they was in that electric fence with it on for one day, they never bothered that electric fence. They wouldn't even go nowhere near it again.
Yep, you're right.
And you could turn it off.
Yeah, that's what we do. We got ours about 12 inches above the ground, just enough to where the weeds aren't or anything like that. And they'll keep probably 2-3 feet away from that fence. And even if you turn it off, if you try to get them to go, outside the pen or something, they'll just stand there and look at you.
We're gonna put. I'm gonna put another strand up about a foot high on the outside of my fence too, because try to deter the coyotes and the foxes.
Yep.
We got more foxes in Redstone Township. It's just unbelievable the fox we have out there now.
Wow.
Between that and the deer.
Yeah, we've got a ton of deer and we got coyotes. So it's we're fighting the same battle and stuff like that. It never ends.
Oh yeah, and people don't realize what a farmer goes through. I mean, coyote can one coyote can fix the profits for a year for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you don't get him.
Well, and also deer. A lot of people don't realize, but deer carry worms, and there's a neurological worm that sheep and goats can get. And we lost a couple of them, and I had no idea what it was until we found out with a vet that it was this type of worm. But the problem is how you going to keep deer out of your pasture. So it's one of those things that you put them on dry lots, you feed them, you put a guard dog next to them, so hopefully the deer will stay out. But again, expense.
The best thing we found was a llama. We had llamas when we had goats.
Okay.
The llama worked. Well, we had donkey too. We had a donkey too, but and donkey was good too. But actually, people don't realize that a donkey. It'll hold its own with just about anything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it will, and it's smart because what it'll do is it'll get whatever predator to chase it away from whatever, and then
start stomping it.
Then it'll turn around and And I think a lot of us need to have that philosophy in our life. We need to start thinking like donkeys. We need to turn around and we need to get people to chase us for so long, and then we just turn around and take care of it. But well. I appreciate you coming in. I know that you're busy with a lot of different things, but one of the things I do want to, you do something that's kind of unique with the hogs, and you sell hogs, but you can buy them a little bit at a time.
Yeah, basically what it is, it's called a CSA. It's Community Support Agriculture, and it's not. I didn't make it up or anything. It's just one of those, especially with crop farmers, they do it, and you basically just pay for over the course of the months, and then once it's all paid for, it goes into the processor, and then whenever you pick it up, it's already paid for.
Okay. Hey, well, Nick's telling me I only got 40 seconds to go. Do I got that right, Nick?
Yes.
Okay, so I got to close up the show. It was nice having you here with us, Larry. On this road called life, you have to take the good with the bad. Smile when you're sad. Love what you got. Remember what you had. Always forgive and try to forget. People change. Things go wrong. But just remember the ride goes on. God bless each and every one of you. And God bless America. I am Jon Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly.
sunny outside of our Davis & Davis studios at, as we update the temperature, 57 degrees. Now CBS News at 5 o'clock on WMBS Uniontown.
This is CBS News on the Hour.